Hey everybody, today we're going to try 4 different finished Woodinville whiskeys against each other and see which one comes out on top. Are you ready? Get ready. Hey everybody, this is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to check out 4 different finished Woodinville whiskeys. The first one is the Woodinville Port Finished, which a lot of you guys have had before. It's rich, it's creamy, it's delicious, and it comes in at 90 proof. Now the second one we're going to try is the one that's finished in Oloroso casks, and that comes in at 94 proof. The third bottle in the battle is the PX Sherry cask finish, which comes in at 95 proof. Then the fourth and final one is the Moscatel Finished that comes in at 100 proof. Now I haven't tried that one before. The other 3 I tried at the distillery when we went there last year for a tour and a tasting, but I haven't had any of them since then. So I'm going to take those 3, put them up against the new Moscatel, try them all together, battle them against each other, and see which one comes out on top. That's why I'm wearing my Woodinville whiskey shirt. So I labeled the bottom of the glasses already to where the P is port finish, Oloroso's an O, PX is the PX, and the Moscatel, of course, is an M. So I'm going to pour these, mix them up in the Turninator so I don't know which one is which, and then I'm going to try them against each other. Sound good? And I have a surprise unboxing to do in the middle, so stay tuned for that. You ready? Going fast forward. Alright, so those are good and mixed up, so let's see what these guys got on the nose. One's got a nice dark color to it. Smells like a nutty figs. Like figs have that weird smell to where they don't really smell like all the other white fruits or purple fruits. They smell like this crazy sweet combination of the both. Almost like the rind of a melon. Like to where there's no melon left, it's just the rind. It smells really sweet and fruity. A little bit of honey. Go nose number 2. Oh, much darker, richer, more caramel and barrel char. This one just smells darker and richer. Hold on, I'm gonna write these down. Alright, glass number 3. Very similar color to glass number 2, which both seem darker than glass 1, right? This one has some of the darkness from glass 2, but also some of the lightness from glass 1. Smell grapes and the grape stems, like a fruity woodness of grape stems. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever smelled that on a whiskey before. Grape stems. That smells really pleasant. I like the nose on 3 so far. The best. Alright, glass 4. Well, I think that one's darker out of the 4, don't you? Got some legs developing. Really nice legs right there. It's got some of the fruits that remind me of the other ones. A little bit more of that like brown sticky gooiness coming off of this one. Like not quite a molasses, but it's got like a nutty note to it. That smells pretty good too. Alright, so from my notes, I would say the nose is going to go 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2 is where I'm ranking the noses so far. Let's go for the palate. Cheers. It's got a good mouth coat. It's really sweet. It really pours all through your mouth and goes around, and it takes a while to start going down to the finish and start coming down your chest. It sits in the upper part of your mouth for a while. Really sticky, sweet, viscous. The finish has grape notes in it, like a wine. Not like grapes that you'd feed your kids, but like wine grapes. That one is pretty good. It's not bad. It has some lighter fruitiness to it that complements the darkness pretty well. Not bad at all. I like it. Oh man, there's definitely a drying bitterness that was not present in the first glass. There's a lot of the sweetness and fruit notes and stuff that I was getting off the first glass, but the second one has a a darker, drier, like a meaner I am whiskey kind of a feel to it. You know what I mean? The first glass was really pleasant and didn't drink like a whiskey as much as the second glass does. The second glass is saying, I'm still whiskey. Like it doesn't want you to forget it. So I'm wondering if this is the 100 proof. Alright, moving on to glass 3. Now you see I'm taking 2 sips back to back before I give you a description because I'm letting my mouth kind of like acclimate and adjust to what that first drink got me. I mean, these drinks are so rich in flavor. They're so like robust, right? So I want to let the first sip kind of like rush through my mouth, and the second sip I pull out more flavors because I'm not as shocked by it. A lot of 100 proofs don't dry out my tongue like that. Maybe it's just because wine is really drying. It's really rich, really creamy. It's really good. And just because of how rich and full-bodied it is, I want to say this one might be the port finish. It's got a real full flavor, like it's really impactful on your mouth. I mean, this drink says, I'm here to party. And like your whole mouth knows about it. Like nobody has to tell anybody. They're all aware. That's pretty good. Alright, so on that one I wrote down full mouth experience port ? Because that one was so much thicker than the other two. Alright, let's move on to glass 4. That dark, man, that is dark. Sugar, nuts. You get sweetness right up front. You get some nuts. Not peanuts at all. It's more like walnuts and almonds and more of those tangy kind of nuts. But there's a lot of sweetness, a lot of honey. I don't see myself reaching for this one as like a daily sipper, but it's something that I would have to be in the mood for, you know? Those like candy covered nuts and like holiday spices. I think this would be absolutely fantastic pairing with like holiday dinners and things like that, because it has like that sweet, nutty spiciness going on. It's freaking good. Alright, so I wrote down complex spicy candied nuts special occasion, because there was a lot going on in that glass. That was the most complex one by far. And if you're able to get a hold of whatever number 4 was, that's something to have on Thanksgiving or something. Alright, I'm going to do a quick side-by-side to see if I can put these guys in order. Alright guys, so I think I've got my ranking down, but before the reveal, I've got a special unboxing to do. I just got this big old box in the mail today. UPS just dropped it off. So I'm going to open it in front of you guys and see what we've got going on here. You see how big that is? Oh my goodness. Guys, check out the detail. Alright, so you're going to have to give me a second so I can get this bad boy going. Alright guys, that was so much more than I expected. I am so pumped up right now. I got these great Glen covers that have the Northwest Bourbon logo on it. I got an awesome criminal investigator coin that I'm gonna put on my coin rack. I have a coin rack that I made myself. That I got from my 4 deployments. It's got some bracelets from some buddies that I lost along the way. Alright, look at that. Look at that beauty. Alright, it came with a remote. Multi-function, like super color remote and everything. Moment of truth. Alright, so what I've got going is I just got some new paint that's closer to the actual color of the blue of the American flag. And so I'm going to repaint this wall that American flag blue. So my next project is to take these shelves down, repaint this, and put the sign where I want it. And I'm going to figure that out. But I am super pumped about that sign. That is awesome. Alright, so time for the big reveal. Alright, 4th place. This one came in last. It was glass number 1. Glass number 1 had those really sweet fig notes on the nose, on the palate. It was just sweet and fruity, had some grape notes. But that's all there was to it. There wasn't that much else going on. And so I felt, compared to the other ones, it was light in its complexity and whatnot. And that's, oh, that's the Oloroso. Oloroso. I thought that one was going to score higher. It's not saying that much. It's 4 different Woodinville Finished between 90 and 100, so they're not that different from each other. So coming in last place is not that bad. Let's see. 3rd place was number 4, which was the Sticky Nutty Super Complex Candied Nuts. This one, I said it should be for a special occasion. So that's why I got 3rd place. Super complex, lots going on. It's freaking delicious, but it's definitely not an everyday drinker. It's the PX Sherry Cask. So the PX Sherry Cask comes in 4th place. Then 2nd place, I had the super rich and creamy full mouth experience. I put a question mark by the port finish. Oh, it's the Moscatel. Whoa! I totally thought you were the port finished. I definitely thought this one was the port finished. That's the Moscatel. Wow. It's got those sweet fruit notes. It's very rich and creamy. It's delicious. Then that means my number 1 was the port. See that big P on there? Man, I'm telling you, that port finish, even though it's only 90 proof, that is a sleeper. It's just got a great balance to it, and it's delicious. Man, Woodinville really did a good job with their port finish bourbon, I'm telling you. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with a bad bourbon joke. So in the fall, we went down to a corn maze. Walking through the corn maze, I brought a little flask of Woodinville with me, so I'm drinking some bourbon on the... Come across a scarecrow. And the scarecrow tells me he got promoted. And I said, oh yeah? Why'd you get promoted? And he said, well, because I'm outstanding in my field. There's your bad bourbon joke. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for next episode. We've got a blind fight that came in from Livewire Whiskey. And then directly after that, I've got a blind fight from Rob at Whiskey Edition. And I've got a surprise in the episode after that one. So stay tuned for more coming your way. And remember, earn, protect, enjoy. Cheers.